Santa Barbara? Well, I'm kind of outside of my comfort zone here because I'm not used to standing up and giving a speech wearing a pussy hat, so I apologize. But I'm going to talk a little bit about comfort zones today. My name is Carrie Hutchinson. I'm the co-founder of Santa Barbara's chapter of Showing Up for Racial Justice. Does anybody know what that is? So I'm going to call it SURGE, just because it's a mouthful. SURGE is a national organization aimed at mobilizing white people for anti-racist action and education. We are the Santa Barbara chapter. I'm here to ask a question to all the white people out there, and you are not going to like it. Are you ready? Are you comfortable continuing to invest in white supremacy? Good. I'm glad you said that. But you might be thinking when you listen to my question, but I'm not a racist, right? Because you're here. Just because you don't tell or listen to racist jokes or you don't agree with racist statements does not make you an anti-racist. Just because you didn't vote for the most racist presidential candidate does not necessarily make you an anti-racist. It is not enough to be a non-racist. You must be an anti. Are you with me? Okay, you might ask then, how come Showing Up for Racial Justice is a group of white people? Anytime white people start organizing together, you should get nervous, you should get twitchy. So I'm glad people asked that question because it's totally legitimate. Here's why. Because our black and brown brothers and sisters have been fighting this fight all along. White people have dropped the ball. Am I right? Yes, we have. We are not doing enough, and it is not the job of our black and brown brothers and sisters to motivate us white people. That is our job. We created this mess, and we need to have an active role in cleaning it up. Just to give you a little bit of research, my background is in research, and all I do is read research all day long, and you should know that people are most persuasive when they're working within their own racial in-groups. Do you hear me, white people? It's going to take 3.5% of the population, 3.5% of the population to be actively involved in anti-racism in order to dismantle racism. That is 7 million white people. It's not, we don't even have close to enough people here or at any of the marches across the nation. Are you one of them? Yeah. How many of you want to be one of the 7 million white anti-racists that we're going to need for change? I'm so glad you feel that way. What can you do, you might be asking me. At SURGE, we focus on two things. That's education and action. So for the education piece, the onus is not on our black and brown brothers and sisters to educate white people about white privilege or to educate white people about realities like racialized police brutality, mass incarceration, and whitewashed history curriculum in schools. If you are not doing something every single day and every single week to become more educated about racism and to share that education, you are officially part of the problem. So what are you going to do after today? And this is the action piece. Please give me your email, and I'll include you in my weekly list of actions from our group. I have a clipboard coming around with my assistant here, and I also have business cards to hand out to you with our email on it. I'll send you an email every single week that will tell you something you can do every single day to fight racism so you are no longer part of the problem. Here's the deal. What I'm saying, white people, is that if you're not striving every day to become one of the 7 million people geared up for social change, then you are investing in white supremacy. Does that make you feel a little uncomfortable? Good, I'm so glad. Because guess what? Our black and brown brothers and sisters have been forced to feel outside of their comfort zone here in our own country, in their schools, in their hospitals, in their airports. And now for our undocumented brothers and sisters, even in their own homes. So I'm asking you white people, step outside of your comfort zone. It may feel hard, it's going to feel challenging, maybe it doesn't fit your personality. I know, I understand. But the alternative is not only being a benefactor of white supremacy, but an investor. I'm here to ask you to divest from white supremacy. Why are we talking about all these issues all together at this march? Because our liberation is bound in each other's. All of us. If you want freedom, personal freedom, start doing more to show up for racial justice. Please come see me, sign up for our email, and thank you.